Hi. You know, still fighting. I'm like, God, you know why? Because this is important. That's why. So if you're seeing me, take a deep breath. You hear me? Deep fucking breath. Because this is powerful, guys. And it's real. And it's for you. Trust yourself. Trust that you're right. Trust that when you're feeling, those are my kids. Oh, Lord. Trust that when you're feeling your best, you're aligned. You are in tune with the God in you, your higher self. So if the conversations don't feel right, they're not for you. If the music, if what you're seeing, like, how I got like this, whether it matters. Okay, so my spirit guides, like, I don't know. It just, I've never spoken like this before. I've never said spirit guides. What did I always know? I always knew, like, there was always like a little voice inside, and it was, to me, growing up, I don't know. Sometimes it was, don't say nothing, keep your mouth shut. Sometimes it was, do something nice, be kind, or, and there are times I suppressed it. There was, like, we go through this. All of us have been through it. And I had this conversation with my children yesterday about, what it's like to be a child growing up. And parents are doing the best they can. We have tried to always do the best that we can. But we tend to not allow children to just be. We override their wanting to be. Like, we'll allow it in one area, but not in another. And the reason I chuckled is because it was like I heard more, like, who cares? Like, it's just, I am someone who, it's not rambling, I don't believe. It's just a desire to explain things away so that you get it. Because once you get it, it's very easy. But sometimes it takes a couple ways to say the same thing for it to kind of make sense. So I will not do that anymore. I will try to do my best to stay on track and leave that part for like a interaction with a person, because I like AI. I do. And I've used like chat. Well, I call mine Michael. And at first I was like, oh my God, this is so nice. Like, these responses are very like high vibing, you know? It's very interesting. But needless to say, I had made a voice recording, right? And I transcribed it I copied it. Yeah, it was already transcribed. I copied that, sent it to chat. And it was the cutest response, all great things. And it was like, you kind of ramble a little. And I was just like, whatever. What you mean? But anyway, that's what I wanted to share. That's all. I was having my moment with, I don't even know how to describe it. It's similar to when I was in church and I finally didn't care what anybody thought. It was me and God, you know. I just would close my eyes just like I'm doing now and call it, they would say it's the Holy Spirit, and you know, you would cry, and um that is, to me, how you're supposed to feel all the time. That sweet, loving, relaxed, at ease feeling. That's how you were born, and it didn't stay that way. And you meet me, you meet someone like me who asked the question. I was like, seek first the kingdom of God, and all things shall be added. Like, I questioned passages in the Bible not in a disrespectful. I don't believe I went, God, what you mean? Like, I didn't I didn't do that, but I feel like maybe in my prayer time, or like, because once you understand this, your feelings are like, they have meaning, right? So imagine, like, every time you feel bad or you upset or somebody hurts you or something disappoints you, the higher self in you, right? This is the understanding you have to have, right? The higher self in you takes that and translates it, right, to, okay, let's give her the opposite, because if she was happy or if he was happy, we'd be happy right now, because your higher self is always happy, like just always feeling good, just always optimistic, looking on the bright side, just whistling along. This is the imagery you have to have. So now yourself can make or break things. Like, you came here to have a good time, to play, enjoy, have a wonderful life, right? So now yourself, with all these like opinions of how life is happening, okay? You're allowed your opinions, but only pick what feels right. What is true to you is what's good. This is where they say you got to get delusional and all this. It's like, you have to tell the story or go through life. It's not a story, right? Boom. You're going through life. You wake up, you're doing your thing, boom, boom, boom. Like, all that are choices. Everything you're doing. What time you get up, how long you're going to stay in the bed, when you choices, choices, choices. And they all have like consequences, right? So let's say you're somebody that is always late, or deemed as like kind of like rushing, right? You don't. So that's what I mean by choices. What choices can you put in place so that you're not putting yourself in a rush state, right? Or what choices can you make where you're not putting yourself in an environment where it's like, this isn't it, right? It's like you have to now start picking and choosing things that make the self happy, because the higher self is always happy. Does that make sense? So like, it's an alignment thing. This is alignment. This is how you stay feeling good. That's your job. What? So okay, boom. I still listen to Abraham Hicks, and I am so thankful, because this past week was get out of your head and just feel. And that's what's helped me, because my job has this man, oh man. I'm gonna put it this way. Mock survey. Does that mean something to a lot of people? Do a lot of a lot of institutions experience like mock surveys and things like that? All right. If they do, then I need not go into detail. No need. And this is what I mean. Also, I myself cannot entertain any conversations that bring on a little sense of like, ooh, like a little hot. You understand? I can't do it. But I'm living life. So it comes off like I'm ignoring. It comes off like I'm nonchalant. It comes off like I don't care. It's not that. It's Jesus take the wheel. And Jesus will take the wheel as long as I let go. You gotta let go. You gotta let go in every area of your life. I can't. Like, you can't be an angry person. You can't be short tempered. You can't be mean. You can't, like, you have to be nice all the time. You want nice, you gotta be nice. Yes, you gotta forgive. A lot of you out here don't, you got like, you got like heaviness you're carrying. Heaviness. Things you haven't let go of. Pain, things, and it's like, how am I supposed to get let go? And da 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 da, and you don't know what it's like, and it doesn't matter. And it's that's one of those hard truths. It's kind of like, well, what's more important to you? You want to sit here and still be upset and carry these things knowing that they're holding you down, they're weighing you down, they're keeping you from living the life you want. You want to hang on to that. Go ahead. Because you think letting it go means you don't care anymore, or it doesn't have meaning to you anymore, or others should still, then that's where you're at. Stay there. But, this is for those who are saying, okay, I let it go. Okay. All right. Now you ask yourself, do I feel a little bit lighter? How do I feel a little bit better? Maybe let's not talk about it anymore. Maybe there's no way around it, Like some of them are real tough. Like some of these situations, people, how we look at it on our end is kind of like innocently losing their lives. Or, stuff happens. You're like, how? Why? What did I do? It's not that. You got to understand it's energy. So it's just the feeling you're carrying, that sorrow, that pain, that heaviness, that regret, that feeling, when you transcribe it, it just plays out in a bunch of different scenarios in your life, right? Because it's the same shitty feeling, but it's a bunch of different things. It's like your relationship. It's like you fighting, and it's like, what the hell? This one cheating, and oh God, what the hell? The kids, and you in my account, you touching shit. Like, what the? It's the same feeling. I gotta blow that shit out. I ain't got time for y'all. What? I don't do that no more. I understand it, and I realized it was what was weighing me down. It weighs you down. Don't let it weigh you down. And your body gives you signals. It tells you. There's warning signs. This is yourself. This is your your meat suit. This is it. This is she. This is he. This is whatever. Love it. Love it. Take care of it. Give it what it wants, not what everybody else says. That's why some of my last videos, leave people alone. You don't know if, that drink is what helps them feel the same way you would feel sipping on a, Mai Tai on the beach. Like, leave people alone. Just leave them alone. Leave people. Like, leave people alone. And guess what? When you leave them alone, your life gets better. Isn't that nice? Isn't that a nice trade-off? Your life gets better when you leave people alone. Leave them alone. Worry about yourself. Okay? Man. Oh, this one's heavy. Shake this one off. Bro, it's like, whew. God bless those that have broken free. All right. So feel nice. Feel good. Find forgiveness. Be kind. Be loving. Be gentle. Be easy. Treat others how you would want to be treated. Remember that one? Remember that one? Be nice. All right, I'm out. Okay. I was obedient. Now I'm like, all right, Lord, what's next? So, hope you enjoyed this. Bye.